Good morning. I have no, I'm not doing empties. I've just done empties. I'm talking about this today. I've just got things all around me. I'm talking about the A313 cream, and I think this will probably be an unpopular opinion and it will be an unpopular video, but I'm just going to be honest. I've been using this for 6 weeks. I did do before and after pictures. I knew there was going to be no difference in 6 weeks from this. There's no actives in it. You know, barely any actives. They're esters. There's no retinol, there's no tretinoin, there's no differin, there's no adapalene. There's nothing like that in there. They're retinol esters. So they need to be converted several times. And the amount is very low, even if they, I'm not saying all esters are bad. There are some esters. I would like to try retinol propionate, which is one of the ingredients in here, but on its own, concentrated, not in the tiniest amount that it's in here. But I did the pictures anyway, and there was no difference. I'll put the pictures up so you can see. And I don't know what to do going forward, because here's the thing. I really like how emollient this is, and it does make my skin feel nice. I can't deny that when I put this on, my skin feels lovely, feels very, very soft. It's almost like, I was going to say it's almost like the hydration vaccine from Niod, but it's not, because the hydration vaccine is like a matte finish, whereas this isn't. It's greasy, but I don't mind that because I'll put something like the hydration vaccine on top of it. And I suspect, this is my personal opinion, and like I said, I know a lot of you will disagree, but I suspect the people that are having good results from this is from the emollient nature of the vitamin A in here, not from any active ingredient. That being said, there isn't anything else like this that you can buy. So what I would love to try and have wanted to try for years is Reficer. Reficer is a tretinoin in an emollient form. And I think that would be wonderful to have that emollient type of product with an actual strong proven ingredient in it versus this, which has 3 esters at a very, very low level. Anyway, my kind of dilemma going forward is that I probably said I was going to try it for 3 months, maybe even 6 months. But I'm happy to continue using it because, like I said, it makes my skin feel lovely. But I don't want to waste 3 to 6 months. I'm heading towards 50, and I would really like to be using something that I know has some proof behind it. I'd really like to be using something with a decent amount of active in it. And so there's 2 products on my mind that I'd like to try. One is the retinol, the Hada Labo retinol. Somebody keeps pointing out I'm saying it wrong. I'm sure I am. I say a lot of things wrong and I apologise, but it is what it is. But the Hada Labo retinol I want to try because it may well be the only retinol that my skin doesn't get irritated by. But I only used it a few times. I want to use it, consistently and see how I get on. I also want to try my differin, which is adapalene. That is a different type of retinoid. It is a strong one, kind of on the same level as tretinoin, but not as proven for aging. Some people believe that it's no good for aging, but it actually has been shown to have some aging benefits. So that is something else I would like to try. I've already done my testing with tretinoin, and do you remember I did the tretinoin flooding test on my eyes, where I used really high strength twice a day around my eyes, and it actually seemed to make them worse. But I know that that's a really good ingredient. My dilemma is whether I keep on using this with those products. And it's only a dilemma really because I'm on YouTube, because say I was giving up YouTube today, then I would use the retinol and I would use this on top. No worries, because I like this emollient. I don't think there's enough active ingredient here to cause any irritation. I've had no irritation. All those little irritations I had in the beginning, I think were partly the emollient, maybe the ingredients, but I think it was more likely, as I said at the time, like allergies and whatnot. So I don't think there would be any risk using this with a retinol or even a tretinoin. How did I say that? So weird, tretinoin. But I know you guys want feedback on products I'm using, quite rightly. That is the point of this channel. And then I couldn't feed back to you on the retinol because you could say, well, it might be this. And I couldn't really feed back to you on this because you could say, well, it could be the retinol. But in all truth, I don't think either of them will make a difference in less than a year. I would need to use them for quite some time to see any differences. And the more and more I think about it, the more difficult it is to know how much something is affecting the aging process, because with the tretinoin, we all concluded, you know, you guys kind of agreed with me, yes, my eyes looked worse after using tretinoin for 6 months. And actually I used tretinoin for a year on my face and didn't see any improvement. However, we don't know what would have happened if I didn't use it. I might have looked 10 years older. You know, it could have been doing something really good. The other thing is, a lot of stuff happens in your skin the month after you use something, you know. So there's so many factors to consider. So I'm not really sure what to do. I'm sure I might get bored of using this at some point. So I don't know whether to just stop using this and leave it in the fridge and maybe pick it up at another time. You know, if the retinol irritates my skin and I decide that I'm not going to use that, and then use the adapalene and that's no good, maybe I could go back to using this. It's not something I want to write off because it does feel nice. And like I said, I think my main priority with skincare is, how does it make my skin feel? You know, does it irritate my skin? Does it make my skin break out? Because there is something here going on that's under makeup that I'll talk about from a vitamin C. But does it make my skin feel nice? Does it make it look nice? Is it affordable? Is it something I can use every day? Is it something I want to use, I enjoy using? You know, I think that that's more important to me just now. So, like I said, maybe I'm popular. However, somebody did tag me on Instagram in a post by Dr. Dre and say that she's just done a video, I think. Don't know whether it was just, she did a big Instagram post, and I was just so chuffed because she's a dermatologist and she's saying basically what I was saying in my first video and today, that there's not really anything in this, it doesn't really do anything, and there's so many conversions it needs to do that it's not really inactive. I also got a comment from somebody saying that this is a scam and that this is not sold in French pharmacies. I don't think this is a scam, honestly. I think that the one that was sold in French pharmacies was Avibon, and for whatever reason to do with regulations, that was stopped, and that was a lot stronger. This has now come out, and perhaps this is as high as they can go regulation wise, and they're trying to say that this is like Avibon, and it's not. But I mean, it is French. Whether or not it's sold in pharmacies, I don't know. But I don't think it's a scam as such, you know. I just think that they're maybe playing on the fact that they're calling it an Avibon alternative, and it doesn't seem to be anything like or nearly as strong as Avibon. So like I said, I'm not sure what I'm going to do going forward. Let me know what you think. I'm happy to hear what you've gone through. I know that when I did the first video, a lot of you had just bought this, a lot of you had been using it already, a lot of you were waiting for it to arrive. So let me know how you've got on and what you think. And once I've figured out what I'm going to do skincare wise, I'll let you know. I'm definitely going to try the retinol again and see what happens. And yeah, I might, why not just use these two together, and then I can say to you, look, these are the two things I've been using. This is the evidence. Decide for yourself which one you think works or which one you want to try. That's probably the best thing, isn't it? So I hope that was interesting. If nothing else, thank you so much for watching. I will leave details of all my makeup in the description, and I'll speak to you again soon.